In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a broken brake lever on your electric scooter like this one here and replace it for a new one. I'll be working on my son's iScooter iX3, but the same process will apply for any electric scooter you might have. Now, the first thing you want to do before removing the old broken one is make sure you buy a replacement and have it on hand for the installation. When buying a brake lever for an electric scooter, there's really only going to be two options, a 2-pin and a 3-pin connection. In my case with the iScooter iX3, it's going to be a 2-pin connection. 2-pin connections are always red, and you can see how it looks inside with the 2 metal pins at the very top. If your scooter has a 3-pin connection, then this up here is going to be yellow. And if you're not sure what type of pin connection your scooter has, then just find the broken brake lever and trace the cable down to the connection right here and pull them apart. It's going to take quite a bit of force, but don't be scared, it won't break. And then bam, you got red, it's a 2-pin connection. If you see yellow, then you have to buy a 3-pin connection. To remove the old broken brake lever, once you have the wiring harness disconnected, you'll then have to remove the actual brake cable. And that's going to happen up in here, but you can't access this area with the brake tight. We're going to have to release tension off of the brake cable first. And to do that, you're going to have to come down here. In my case, I'm working on the front brake. So right here is the front brake caliper. This is the cable that we need to loosen, and it's clamped right here with an Allen key screw. And here you can see the excess cable down below. To loosen it, you'll just need a 5mm Allen key, and like everything else, it's counterclockwise, lefty-loosey. And then we can come back up to the brake lever to remove the cable from the housing. You can see here what a difference it makes once we've released the cable. The lever opens up completely, exposing the anchor right there. And to remove the cable, the anchor is seated inside of a housing that swivels out. You just need to pull it out, and if you can't get it out enough to remove the anchor, you just need a little bit more cable length. And that's exactly the problem I have with mine. There wasn't enough extra cable length here when releasing it to provide enough slack. I could get some more slack by having a second pair of hands pinch the caliper together. That'll give me a little bit more cable length, but I'm working alone, so the easiest thing to do is just release this nut completely so the cable becomes free from the caliper, and I'll have that much extra length. So I'm just going to unscrew this a little bit more until there's enough passage for the cable to come out of the little bracket here. And now I'm going to have a whole lot of extra real estate and give me some more room up here to expose that anchor, which should allow me to pull out this swivel joint. If you have some needle nose pliers on hand, even better. And you just might have to wiggle a bit, and it should come out like so. And once you have it out, you'll see that there's a channel on the back side of the lever, as well corresponding channel on both of the lock nuts on your brake cable. If you align them all together, then the cable can pass through them all and completely be free of the brake lever. Voila. And now you can reuse the same brake cable and get rid of this old brake lever. To get the brake lever off right here, first we'll have to remove the grip. You should have an Allen key to loosen, and the grip should slide right off. It might be on there pretty tight, so be patient. Best is usually to rotate and pull. Might take a little while, but you'll see you'll have some progress as you go. Another option is to put some heat on here with a heat gun to soften it up a bit. And if you really can't get it off, then these aren't that expensive. Just cut the whole rubber, remove the grip, and buy new ones to go in its place. I wasn't able to access the screw for my brake lever without releasing the throttle first and moving that out of the way. If you have the iX3 as well, then it's a 2.5mm Allen key, and it's located at the front of the throttle. To reinstall, it's just a reverse order. Slide on a new brake lever, bring back the throttle, tighten them both up. Before tightening them all up, do a quick visual check. Make sure you got enough empty bar for your handle grips to fit. And then to get the grip back on, you can put some Vaseline inside of the grip or on the bar, but it seems like this grip is going to go on pretty easy, much easier than it came off. Perfect. No Vaseline needed. Once everything's tightened up, we just have to connect the brake lever first with the wiring harness, align the grooves up and push them together, then bring down the brake cable. And just like with the old brake lever, we'll have a swivel joint in here where the cable anchor can nestle inside of, like so. Pull the cable through those grooves in the front of the brake lever and in the 2 adjustment nuts, like so. The brake is all wired up, just need to go down and tighten the caliper. Take the free end of your cable, and then you're going to seat the cable inside of this channel here on the nut. I brought the nut forward to the front so you can see what's happening, but it should be rotated around to the back for proper installation. Once you've got the cable threaded through and the nut is tightened almost tight enough where you can still pull on the cable and it'll thread through, then you're going to want to clamp with your hands the caliper closed as much as possible, and then pull all the slack that you can from the cable. When you have that, especially if you're working alone, then you use the needle nose pliers to hold it up at the top so this caliper doesn't open up. And while it's being held closed with the pliers, go ahead and tighten up your nut. You want to make sure you tighten this one really good. Once that's tightened, come on up, give your lever a brake test, see if it feels spongy or tight. That feels pretty good to me. And there you have it. That's how you replace a brake lever on your electric scooter. Make sure to stay tuned where I show you how to unlock the speed on this bad boy, as well as a full review of this specific iX3 model from iScooter. And guys, if you have any questions, or especially if this video helped you get your brake lever replaced, please leave me a comment. I love reading them. I always make sure to reply. The likes and the comments mean a lot, and they help a lot too.